next one. Hi again. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, so let's go ahead and get into our comfortable spaces, closing our eyes, or just simply staring and gazing at a soft space in front of us. Deep inhales and exhales out the mouth. Nine times out of 10, when we are angry or we are triggered, it is usually at someone, right? It is rarely at something or very rarely at ourselves. There are those few that like to beat themselves up over everything, and you may be one of those. But 90% of the time, we are upset at someone else. Now, let's get to the root of that anger, right? There's a fear under that anger. Think of someone that you may be having conflict with right now. Someone at work, someone in your personal life, someone in your family. That's a popular one. Think about somebody that you're having conflict with right now. How are you feeling about this conflict? Are you sad? Are you angry? Are you disappointed? Are you frustrated? Relationships, anger, all of these things flow so much better when your ego can step out of the situation. Think about a conflict, and I want you to think about the other person. And instead of going into anger right now, let's just stop for a moment. This person that just gets your blood boiling or may seem to make you want to retreat or just doesn't bring up good feelings, stop right now. I want you to picture this person. I want you to extend love to them. No matter how miserable they may be, or mean, or maybe they're not, and you just have conflict, whatever it is. But especially if there's somebody who's mean and cruel, don't look at them like that right now. Can you see them as a human being instead of an angry person? Can you see this person as the child that they are inside? Because that is who is reacting in that way. Grown-ups don't grow up to be mean. They were taught to be mean. Grown-ups don't grow up to be happy. They were taught to be happy. They were shown how to be happy. Grown-ups don't grow up wishing to be miserable and angry and frustrated and stressed out. We were taught that. So just as you have that little inner child inside of you that is growing and shifting and learning, so are all the other souls here with you. Most are still walking around sleeping. It's like watching zombies walking around. The handful that are awake, confused, seeing how simple the answer can be, and it's just love. Look at that other person right now. While they're sleeping in their bed, let's extend love to them. Let's extend sunshine, warmth, happiness, ease. Let's extend whatever it is you think that they may need to make their lives a little bit happier. Maybe this person just needs better boundaries. Maybe this person is just hurting because their parent died when they were younger and they just can't let it go. Maybe this person is hurting because no relationship ever works out for them and they're lonely. Maybe this person is miserable because their boss drives them nuts and they have no boundaries. Maybe this person wants to fit in so bad that they're very set in their ways. And sometimes that comes off as a staunch attitude. You don't know. We don't know. Even if we were all completely psychic and mind readers, it would still be difficult. Just because you can read minds and know what people are feeling doesn't mean that you're sitting in a place of love and the situation is going to get better. Your intuition is one chakra. What about the rest of them? How do you think about this person? How do you speak about this person? How do you feel about this person? How do you let that person control your thoughts and your actions? Are you grounded enough to not judge that person? Extend love to them today. When they pop into your head, just think, I hope you're having a good day today. I really do. I really hope you're having a good day today. Watch how that doesn't shift the energy in your heart, because I promise you it will. Don't extend anger and frustration today. Extend love, peace, understanding. Ego is what makes us angry and upset. Higher self is understanding, compassionate, willing to see and love. Always extend love. Things happen. Life happens. Where you vibrate is how your outcomes will happen. If you are chaotic, your outcomes are chaotic. If you're calm and grounded, your outcomes are calm and grounded. It's physics, spirituality, law of attraction, karma, dharma. It's how it all works. So no matter what, extend love. Cannot control others. We say it all the time. So today, throughout the day, practice extending love each and every time. When you get triggered, pause. What is the fear? And then extend love. We shift slowly, and this is how we do it. Now let's sit and talk with our guides individually. You want to stay in this space, go ahead and mute me or simply exit out of the meeting. No ego, amigo. It's all good. This is your practice and your space. You do what you need to do. If not, let's go ahead and open our eyes. Bring our awareness back. All right. How is everyone feeling? I was hearing this morning, I heard Jason Derulo, as soon as he said it, was like, what you say? You guys, I try not to say it's like, oh, but you only live once. Da, 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 da. What you say? I don't even, some of the songs that I hear, what cracks me up is I don't even know these songs. Like I know them, but I don't know them. So it's, I'm just a very musical person. It's always been a part of my life. So I just always hear songs and it cracks me up. And um, most of the time it resonates with it. Sometimes I'm like, what the heck? So, did anybody want to share anything? Anything? I was picturing my sister. I think that's not a big surprise. And I gotta say that it really, for those of you that have been on here and following me, it's crazy. I really have just, the anger has just dissipated. What's up, Kristen? Stepped up to the mic. Oh, did she leave? I saw Kristen step up to the mic and then she leave. I think she was trying to leave. But honestly, like I feel the energy towards my sister, like really, God, it's just so good. And I knew it would happen Because with all the other things in my life, they've slowly been shifting. Your sister too? Yeah, Ratty. I'm telling you, it's crazy how it's like it's it's shifting. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just not as angry anymore. I'm just not. Like I just and I knew it would happen. So that's why do you feel like a phony? That's funny. No, and you gotta, and that's the thing too, like get that out of your head. You are not fake or phony. You're shifting, you're growing, you're aware. That doesn't make you fake. You know what I mean? My mother-in-law, who I pictured, I need to really work on sending love because I'm still angry. And yeah, I'm telling you, every time I sit here and I send my sister love, it's crazy. And I've been doing it for 3 years now. So 3 years in, I'm now finally starting to be angry. You're laughing. Why? You've been working on this for like 20, Patty.
I've been working on it since 2019 for sure,
Yeah,
right?
it's
And
2020.
why I feel like such a phony is because it's the chatter, or you know what I mean? I'm displaying to her the best kindness and the best love I can. But I'm like inside, and even just saying good night to her is oh, like I can't even explain it. Like I did the whole Ho'oponopono for quite a while, and that works. But there's just so much
You
there that I'm
guys,
not.
you live together?
Yes, oh my gosh. I came to help my mom,
And
and
then she does.
she came in not that long after. She has her own apartment, but I've been looking after since 2019 when she fell and hurt her hip.
But this is also not your biological sister, right? This is also an adopted sister?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just tricky because um
It's tricky because honestly, the best solution would just for you to put up a boundary and not be in her space. Resolution of conflict doesn't mean that
we
you have
both
to.
live in my mom's house.
Right. Resolution of conflict doesn't mean that everything's all sunshine and rainbows and we live in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood together, all friendly. No, I feel for you because you have a much harder situation. If I was living with my sister, yeah, I don't know if I'd be in this space. I probably wouldn't be. I would probably have jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge by now, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I just don't see it possible. I just don't see how. There's just no way. I can't even be at a family function with her, let alone living with her. Do you know what I mean? So where you're at and where I'm at in our spaces are completely, totally different.
I'm a caregiver, and that's all fine and dandy. That's my role, but I have to be careful because of who I am and the world is not my caseload that I dragged around for 50 years.
it's
You know
not.
what I mean? Like I'm such a people please,
And
all
I,
my stuff.
well, it's just funny because I just heard she doesn't have to take care of her sister. Like it literally, as you were saying the words, I was hearing she put herself in that role. Your sister bamboozled her way right in there. Do you know what I mean? You did not have to. You didn't have to. You should be like, oh, you should probably hire a nurse to help you. Oh, do
I
you have
have
to
been
go to the back?
saying that, like I'm sounding like I've been saying that. I've said everything. I've put up boundaries. I've done whatever I can do, but I haven't said I'm done here. And that I'm fearful that that's what I'm being called to do, but like I can't do it. My mom, it's like they gave her 3 to 6 months to live. I don't know, it could be a little longer, but I've given the best 10 years of my life. I don't want to bail now. Like it's tricky. Right? But I don't want to die either out of just absolute heartbreak here.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
It is a tricky situation because you literally have to make a choice and your heart, that's a hard choice to make. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like
Mhm.
it because it's like I get what you're saying, but That's why you have to decide, because you have to decide, like, is this, you can say to yourself, I've sacrificed 10 years of my life, why quit now? Or you can say, I've sacrificed 10 years of my life, I'm done now.
Well, there's a 7-year waiting list for a home, okay?
That's not your
Where the
problem.
whole
That's your sister's
but
problem.
no, I'm talking about my mom,
Oh, well, your mom, yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can't put her, and the thing is though too is that you've literally, they said, paused your life. You've somehow said to yourself, you don't go out and do anything, do you?
I can't really.
No, and that's what they said. I'm sitting here and they're like, she literally, she tells herself that all she can do is take care of them. You don't do anything social, you don't go out, you don't do anything because you tell yourself that you have to stay there because God forbid one of them falls down. You know
Oh
what
my
I
God,
mean?
they're always falling. Um, Debbie fell 4 times last week. Mom fell once, and
You
those are ambulance calls and this and that.
And guess what? When you're, and I hate to say this, but if Debbie falls, your mom knows how to call 911.
No, she doesn't. She's got total dementia.
I'm like,
She knows how to call me, but
listen, Debbie needs one of those things. I don't know if you have them in Canada.
she has one. Honestly. Anyway, all I'm saying is I know
I
I'm
know
the
I'm sitting.
problem. I know I'm the problem, but I don't. That's that, like, that's that little girl that screwed the guy at the park because he had the elephant man disease. You know what I mean? 50 years ago or 45. Like, I've always been that person that sacrifices myself for everyone. Like, I can't seem to get out of it.
If you know this, Melinda,
Ah,
choices, right?
yeah, it's, oh,
You're
yeah.
telling yourself you can't because I have to do this when it's,
Well, I want to do, it's, see, it's complicated. I don't know. It's, um,
why is it complicated?
ah, it's, why is it
Yeah, she
complicated?
says, I love you, Mel, but there are people who would watch them. You don't have to martyr yourself. Imagine, okay, and I'm going to say this, Mel. Let's pretend, for lack of a better visualization, you get hit by a car tomorrow.
Exactly. They'll go
Mel's
somewhere.
dead. Mel's gone.
Yeah,
Hey,
they'll
mom.
go somewhere.
You're like a zombie. Where's your life right now anyway? You have
Well,
done
that's just it.
so many lifetimes. And this is why it's holding on so strong to you. When there's like an experience that seems like really hard to like break out of, it's something that has repeated in many lifetimes. That's why the hold is so strong. That's why when I tell you, when people are like, oh, I want to dip out, I'm like, peace, deuces. Okay. Guess what, sunshine? You're going to come right back down. Different
Yeah.
body, different parents, different thing, same life experiences.
And
So
my belief is you don't even get the benefit of a life review to help you. You come straight back.
you get a life review. You get a
If
life.
you commit suicide, you think so?
I think if you commit suicide, oh, that's interesting that you think that.
But you
Um,
come back right away without the benefit of that and you just start it over again. Well, I'm sure I've killed
wow.
myself a few times.
You know, that's so crazy, but that actually resonates for me, and I've never thought of that. I'm gonna go tap into the Akashic Records and go ask.
Hmm.
That is crazy. I've never, ever, and like I said, I've committed suicide in multiple lifetimes, and I've never considered the fact that I never got a review and got a chance to look and just
And course correct or whatever. You just come right back.
because I know when you're murdered or killed, you actually don't go back right away to review. You're kind of like, what the fuck just happened? Even though your soul knew and was
It
prepared
was,
for that experience. Isn't that crazy?
mhm.
Well, Now you got my mind running and spinning, and I'm going to be looking into that. But you already know. You already know. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I said this cycle. And that's what you have to think about. And Jean's right. Like, not that you're martyring yourself, but you
I have care
already
that
know.
comes in.
You already know. And here's the thing, you're not sleeping. So if you're already awake and conscious and aware, that's, I don't want to say makes it,
Yeah, it's tricky, Kim, because I get into
but
this whole notion that I can rise above all this. And, um, you know, I mean, I could go on for hours about my challenges. I'm well aware of them.
that's what I mean.
Um, yeah, but I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't. I'm the only one that can even imagine how ridiculous this is, really. Well, you guys, I'm sure, can see, but and as far as care goes, I've got all the help I can get, and they come in, but it's a system, and if they don't, they're all um a lot of them are new, like they're not old. I don't get the same care every day. Then I have to be here to show them what to do anyway.
That's what you're telling yourself. You're
Yeah.
saying, I have to be here to show them. Or you could say, do you know what I mean? And it's all choices. And then your brain, they're saying the second you're like, oh yeah, but if I don't show them what to do, and then they mess it up, and then I still have to correct it anyway.
Well, there's an element to that for sure. Anyway, I think I just figured something out. You're right. Just fucking fuck it.
That's why I said, like, it's really like you're telling yourself, I have to be here. I have to do this. I have to stay. Instead of saying,
I'm
I
a
cannot
superhero.
be here anymore. I'm slowly dying. I need to get my life back. So I'm going to have to just go get my life back.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I've
it's
got,
literally
yeah.
like, listen, let me tell you. Let me put an example of my weight. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're so skinny." Okay, I got this belly, right? I posted that picture of me pretending like I was pregnant. Todd was like, "You were pushing your stomach out." I go, "I swear to God, Todd, I was not pushing my stomach out." That's why I took the picture. It was funny to me. I wasn't. I was literally just in a relaxed state and I looked like I was pregnant. Menopause has hit me. Yesterday I had pizza, all these things, and I was so uncomfortable last night. I already know what I have to do. You already know, but it's much more comfortable to eat the good food. It's much more comfortable to just be in that space. It's harder to have to run and exercise and eat salads and da da da. You know what I mean? But it's like the choices that we make. I can stay here, and that's exactly where I'm going to stay, or I can make the shifts that I need to go. Yes, Roz. And Roz, we got a list, so we'll talk about that. I don't know if that was a good example, but it's like you can stay stuck and stay miserable and stay uncomfortable. Or when you see the choices that you have to make, yes, it is hard. It is hard to shift. Like getting sober wasn't easy. Do you know what I mean? Like it is hard. Oh, I'm getting hot. Um, but Mel, I really think that you're getting to a point where you're ready to break free.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling that too. But break free on a whole bunch of levels, right? And I have mentioned that, to Debbie that, like I don't know how much more of this I can take. And I've told mom, we're on this list for a home. And, like I'm going to have to, maybe we're going to have to look at it. Anyway, I'm working on it, but I work on myself a lot too. And, it's funny. I just feel like I'm in a rut right now. That's all.
Yeah, the energy is very rut energy. I'm feeling it too. Like I said, I told you the store, right? Like what the fuck? I was in a
Mhm.
much better mental space a year ago, but I started liquidating. So we're by September, I'm definitely gonna be done with that store, whether it sells or not. September is my last month. But I'm in a rut. I'm like financially worse than I was last year. Do you know what I mean? So here I am in this rut, but I have a choice. I can let my mind go this way, or I can go this way. Can't. And honestly though, I'm extending a lot of love to you because let's be honest about the situation. That's really hard to be grounded and have boundaries when you're living with the people that are triggering you. Do you know what I mean? When they are the trigger. I mean, how do you?
Well, one thing I can say though is like coming, I came back here. I came from out west to care for my mom. That would be 14 years ago. And I told all my friends out west, I'll have her in home in a year. Okay. So that just tells you how full of shit I am, right? And so I've been doing this. I lost my train of thought on that one when I saw your face.
14 years.
And anyway, excuse me, but what I was saying was I've got I thought I came back to heal my hatred of my mother. No, no, out of misguided obligation. Then I realized, no, it was to heal out the hatred of my mother. And I have done that. So there's been value in that. There's been a lot of value in that. And my sister Debbie, I didn't have any hatred of her. It just all came on like I didn't know I had any. So it just came on since I've been helping her. And there's a whole backstory and a lot of reasons why, but that that's on me. I can't accept that on me, right? That's where I'm the most challenged. And I call it my Christ complex.
They said it's almost like the energy shifted, the anger shifted from your mom to your sister. You just shifted it.
Okay, so now, oh, maybe I'll bring my crippled brother down here too. And he's been in a wheelchair for 41 years. We'll see how that goes.
No, and that's
No, I'm just making a joke.
you have to, oh, I know you. You really,
It's,
it's it's that, but it's also you finally choosing you and your happiness and deciding
yeah,
you don't have to take care of them.
yeah,
You just don't.
uh, yeah. No, I get that. I just don't. I
I
mean,
had
there
to
are
let,
some good
I
things
let that
about
go.
cheese.
I had to let that go about my mom. Remember, I told you that example,
I
like I was
yeah.
mad at my sister for how she was treating my mom. My mom's making her own choices. Your mom made her choices in her life too.
Yes.
Your sister made her choices in her life too. You're not
Yeah.
here to clean up their messes.
Yeah. I just got locked into something here and
Get
uh,
out. You have the key. You got the key.
mhm, mhm.
You've been holding the key
This
the
is
whole time waiting.
no, and the thing is though, Kim, I just want to be I I I don't even know how to explain it. The key for me is my ability to transcend the personality and be the observer. This is all I've wanted and all I've been after. This is beautiful ground for that, but I haven't been able to do it. So now I'm like feeling failure like, right?
The failure
But
is what you're feeling, honestly, with your soul and your higher self. The failure is you staying there so long. You're telling yourself the failure is if you don't take care of them until they die, or if you don't be that good daughter, or if that's where you're failing. But where you're failing is you're failing yourself by not choosing yourself and by staying there. You're not failing anybody but Ratty. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
Ratty
mm-hmm.
needs to get out of there.
Yeah, I'm
Ratty
working
needs to
on it, but
Ratty
it's
needs to
not
come
gonna
to
happen
Deep Creek,
tomorrow.
Maryland with Kim and Karina.
Mm, mm-hmm, mm.
That'll be your first breakaway. Be like, I'm going to America. Bye. Yes. Well,
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for taking the time, even though I'm like,
no,
are
always
we?
get it off your chest because if you got to talk about it. You know what I mean? You have to talk about it, and that's what we're here for. So no.
Yeah, just sort through it. I've been endeavoring to pull the pin for quite a while, but just can't do it. But hope springs eternal, and I'll just carry on. with what I'm doing, and I am trying to make some headway here with what I need and my needs, and like just getting up here at 6 o'clock and doing this. I get the gold star for that because I dropped my whole spiritual. I think when we talked before, when I came down here, I just left it all behind and just slumped along.
That's
And I'm slowly getting it back.
good.
And so,
When you said pull the pin, the reason I was like kind of lost. They showed when you said pull the pin, they showed me you like literally pulling a pin off a grenade and throwing it backwards and just blow and walking away from like your family. Just all of that stuff. Like you just
that is, that's not the pin I was talking about,
well,
though,
that's the pin they
personally for
showed me.
me.
That's what's so crazy. When you were like, pull the pin, I just saw you go.
That's the pin I saw too. Rena. Yeah.
That's the pin
Mhm.
I saw too.
See, look, three of us saw you pulling a
Yes,
grenade pin.
And walking.
yes,
Uh,
that is
mm,
exactly what I saw.
wow.
Yeah.
Jean
Wow.
too.
Gene too. We all saw you pulling the pin off of a grenade. And that's not validation. I mean,
Mm,
this
mm,
whole group is highly intuitive. Everyone
mhm.
on this meditation is a little bit more intuitive than your regular average human being. And if four people saw you pulling a pin off a grenade, I mean, I think that's a sign to blow shit up. It's not working, and you're going to feel better.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's crazy. Like, every holiday that passes, like this last Easter and Mother's Day was the best. It was just the four of us. You know what I mean? And that's why it's like when you break away and you step away and you just start to create your own little bubble of happiness, like so worth it. So worth it.
Yeah.
Have you been
It's,
on any more dates, by the way?
have I been on any more dates?
Dates. Start dating. Go out again. Would like some more
Well,
fun stories.
I came on to the paramedic at the supervisor at the soup kitchen. I work on Saturdays. I help do dishes at the soup kitchen. I came right on to me, him, and then the girl behind me doing the drying of the dishes. She got indulged in there, and we were both like these old cougars going after this younger thing. And I'm like, oh my God, Mel. And it has come up a couple of times. I'm like, yeah, and I'm looking and I'm like, but I always tell myself, you don't have time for a
Yes, you
relationship.
do. You have to start creating a life for yourself. Because guess what's going to happen, Mel? In 4, 5, 2 months when mom leaves and crosses to the other side, what the fuck are you going to do? All of a sudden, you have all this time on your hands and listen, start shifting now. Start dating, start going out dancing with the girls, like Jean said, start shifting now. So this way, when mom crosses over, which is happening soon, we're not going to be sad about that. Your mom's older. We
Mhm,
we know this is
mhm,
coming. This is coming, right? Mom's going to be crossing over soon. Doctors already told you. You already know this. So start placing. So let's start. You need to start. Let's start creating this. Join a bowling league. Do something. You need to start creating this life so that when that shift happens, you're already on an upward trajectory and you already, oh, well, this is my life that I've been creating. Because your whole
mhm,
life, like you said, has just been a caretaker.
mhm,
Start creating now because you already know. And I don't need to tell you this. If you don't, when mom leaves, Mel's gonna have another complete existential breakdown. Who am I?
mhm.
What am I here
Yeah,
for? Mom's
yeah.
gone. Now what do I do with myself? That's who I was. That was my identity. Mel the caretaker. Now what do I do? Because you're sure as hell not going to fucking go and take care of Debbie. Sorry,
Oh
Debbie.
no, no. I've already told her
So
that.
you and you've already told us that, but I already know what's going to happen. I just can't leave Debbie now. What?
Oh no, don't even say that.
You're
Can you
not. I'm
imagine?
telling you, you're not. That's why start dating. Start creating a life. They will
Well,
be fine. Like you said, you're not going to be taking care of Debbie anyway. So Debbie needs to start learning how to take care of herself without you. You're actually going to be doing her a favor.
well,
Start
we can't.
shifting
Like
out.
she's addled as my mom is. Yeah, it's interesting. But I've been like when I downsized the place down here, like did my clean out, I was packing my camperized motor van home that I'm gonna buy and live in. That's my plan, and I'm gonna travel all over.
Nice. Like Chanel. Good. Come to the US.
I will.
Good.
I've
So
spent a lot of
start
time
that.
in the
Start
States. Yeah.
creating. Yes. Start focusing on what am I going to do? You should be like, what am I going to do? Oh my, start dreaming about all the things that you're going to do because that space is about to open up for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before the end of this year, you will be free to travel and do what you want. So start creating it.
Yeah.
Then when that moment presents itself, you're not wondering what you're going to do. You're already fucking doing it.
No, I already know. And it's funny. This is how far I've come because 5 or 6 years ago, when we were, I've been thinking mom was going to die long before this, right? She's 95.
Mm.
And I'm like, I'm not even coming to the funeral. I've proved my love. You know what I mean, right? I've proved my love. And blah, blah, blah. The minute she dies, I'm out the door and they can go fuck themselves, right? But well, I revised that, right?
Sounds like me.
No. What? You're like,
You sounded like me. If she dies, I'm out of here. All of you can go fuck yourselves. Like that sounds like something I would say.
uh,
Uh,
anyway, I'm almost embarrassed about spilling all my guts about all of this stuff. See it as we're in this disclosure here.
Save space.
Thank you anyway. You can't save your face and your ass at the same time, right?
I've tried. It doesn't work. My face just ends up in my ass. So that's usually what happens.
Mm.
Oh,
Aw, well,
penis. I love
thank
you
you,
guys.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Jean
heard it
said, is
here.
that
Pull that
penis?
pin.
Did Jean say penis?
Jean said penis. I don't know
What?
why. I think
That's
I don't
Jean.
know. I don't know what we were talking about that Jean decided to throw that in there.
Oh, you can't save your face. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. My face was in my ass. Yes, yes, yes. That's funny. All right, guys. Everyone have a great day. Tomorrow is intuition. I'm gonna mix it up. A little bit of black and white and a little bit of telepathy, like we did last time. I think that'll be fun. Yeah. And then holding space for everyone. I love you all.
Mhm.
Hopefully this one will post and not tell me it's too long. And we'll see you guys mañana. Everyone have a good day. And Amanda, I'm gonna talk to you too. We got the list going, so we're gonna set up some dates. So all right, guys. I love you all. Have a great day.